got Little Yella from the original UNLV. Was the first artist signing Cash Money?
First group signing Cash Money.
First
group, definitely.
Okay. And it's your first time. It's our first. I mean, we've been talking for some months trying to make this happen.
Yeah, trying to get up.
So I appreciate you taking some time making it happen.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
I think you got a story that the people want to know. I mean,
no
without
doubt.
UNLV, they say there's no Cash Money.
That's what a lot of people say that, bro.
Yeah, sure. So let's just take it from the beginning. Just tell me where you were born and raised.
Well, I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, uptown, Dryers and Washington to be specific. And when Dryers and Washington is basically the third wall, 5 blocks from the Magnolia Project, maybe 2 miles from the Callio, and 1 mile from the Melpomene Project, you know what I mean? It's a small section. We named it 6 and Barone, because of 6 and Barone streets around the block around there. And that's where we hung at and done our thing when we was coming up as youngsters, you know what I mean?
Right, okay, so it's just like you're not from no particular project. It's just,
nah, it ain't a project.
But you from
it's
from
the same from the third wall.
Right.
And those 3 projects are in the third wall, but
right.
6 and Barone is not a project.
All right, so like growing up, did your I guess you could say your area, did y'all gravitate towards a particular project in the third ward? Like, cool with
well, actually, Tech grew up in the Melf. He was born and raised in the Melpomene Project. Yella gravitated to the Callio Project because he went to high school at Booker T. And Booker T said, like, right in the middle of the Callio Project. So he hooked up with a lot of dudes from back there. And I was always cool with a lot of people in the Magnolia Project. So I always gravitated to the Magnolia. Plus, I used to, just run back there like I was from the project. You know what I mean? So
okay, so y'all had like all 3.
Yeah, we all had connections with those projects.
Right. Okay, so growing up, at what age did you start getting into music?
Oh man, I've basically been in music all my life, dude. Like, the first band I played in was in elementary. So I went from elementary to junior high to middle. From elementary, from middle to junior high to high school, playing band, playing music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I also had moms used to send me to World Lines for special drum lessons on Saturdays at the age of like 12, 13. Everybody used to be outside playing football and shit. Some Saturdays I have to go to drum practice from 9 to 11. I remember the time. Used to hate that shit, but it all paid off, you know what I mean?
All right, so you think you was kind of like forced to get into that drum?
Basically.
What did you want to get into?
That's what I like. I had the type of parents that if you showed them you was into something, they going to back you 100%, but they never going to let you quit once you started. And you tell them, look, mom won't get off into this. She going to invest all her money and shit, but you trust me, she not going to let you quit. You have to keep on going. And that's what happened to me with the music thing. You know what I'm saying? I told her I was interested in playing percussion. She put me in World Lines, and that was like one of the best places to go for music in New Orleans during this time, So I learned what I learned there, you know what I mean? So
that's what's up. So with your mom and your parents getting you into music early, did that keep you out the streets?
Well, I can't really say. It kept me occupied, but I still done the things that I chose to do and that I wanted to do in the streets. They kept me fully occupied or whatever, but I still had a minute to, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't a straight crash dummy or nothing like that, you know what I mean? I really just was growing up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was growing up in the hood, man.
Right, and so at what age did you meet Tech?
I met Tech at 11. We was actually going to the 7th grade, and we was going to the same middle school, Carter G. Woodson. And we met on the first day of school in the 7th grade and found out that he stayed on 6 and Barone. He had just moved on 6 and Barone like maybe 2 weeks before the school year started. And we found out that he stayed right around the corner from me. And that was all she wrote. And we've been like brothers since.
Right. Okay. And did y'all start rapping together like early?
Yeah, we started rapping. We had a group called the Sport MCs. As soon as we met, we both had a lot of common interests. You know what I'm saying? He was playing bells in a band or whatever. I was playing snare drum. And, he could sing his ass off. And he can also rap. I could never sing, so we clicked up and had my little sister, which was 3 years old at the time. She joined our group. It was the Sport MCs. But the thing was, we was rapping about positive stuff, like the crack epidemic had done hit the scenery in the 80s, and we was rapping about that, and telling people what we seen it do to our hood, and shit like that. We won every talent show in the city.
Oh yeah, so I'm pretty sure the people was rocking with that because y'all was coming with a different perspective.
Yeah.
Y'all were young,
right?
Like, they preaching the right message at a young age.
Yeah, they loved it, bro.
Right.
And for us to go from there to the type of rapping that we ended up doing,
that's what I'm about to
it was totally you know what I'm saying?
You go from don't do drugs to my.
But this how we got there because we was promised a record deal. Once we won the radio talent show, we won the FM 98 talent show, and they promised us a record deal. So that didn't happen. So we left rap all alone. Like we just left it all the way alone. We're like, man, that shit bullshit, that's fake. So we left it alone, shattered all our dreams of being rappers right there at 13. So we didn't get back off into it until we be like 18, 19, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's when we decided to pick the mics back up, change our name, and do what we was doing, you know what I mean?
Right, okay, so at 13, that was probably like so what happened? Like, how did they present it to y'all that y'all weren't going to get the deal?
Well, it was $500, recording a song, and a record deal. That's what the first place winner was. We won the first place. They gave us the money. When we kept on waiting, they kept on telling us we waiting to get the tickets ready for y'all to go to New York to record the record or whatever. That day never came.
Man.
So we was hurt little kids, man. Our parents ain't know what to do, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to cheer us up or whatever, woo-de-woo,
So what was like the label? Who was supposed to be the label then?
Nah, we didn't have a label. It was a talent show, like.
Right, I'm saying, like, who was the label that y'all?
I don't remember, you know what I'm saying?
So that, like, kind of like devastated y'all at a young age.
Yeah, right.
And that just turned y'all away from rap and
yeah.
So in them years off, like, what, like, you just working and going to school?
Well, yeah, that's when we, like, tried jobs, and that job shit wasn't working, ended up getting in the street. You know what I'm saying? Immediately after high school. We were dipping and dabbling in high school, but after high school, we all got a little jobs. That shit was bullshit, so we were like, fuck it, we hit the streets.
So when did Yella Boy come to the
Yella Boy was always around in the picture, but he never was an official rapper. Yella used to dance more than anything, and we actually used to bring him to talent shows with us to dance. You know what I'm saying? He'd be on the side dancing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't decide to start rapping until we had made Another Bitch. You know, it was me and Tec-9, we signed with Cash Money. And Yella had started rapping, and he got better and better at the craft, and we decided to let him in as a rapper.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get into that. So now we gotta come back together after the devastating news that that record label, all that was BS. When did y'all like say, all right, let's give it another shot?
Okay, we like 18, 19, and we seeing our partners like Juvenile, Everlasting Hitman, DJ Jimmy, all them dudes actually cutting records now. You know, we knowing these people already. We know them. We know we got the talent to do what they doing. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this since kids. So we feel like, man, damn, they really getting deals off this shit.
What year was this, would you say?
This was 91.
91, okay.
91, so it took us 92, we actually made a demo. And that's how Baby got a hold of the demo, you know what I'm saying?
Right, so before the demo, have you ever heard, was there Cash Money?
Yeah, we never heard of Cash Money until we was told that they wanted to have a meeting for us. A meeting with us, my bad. You know what I'm saying? But they had an artist called Kilo G. And rest in peace, Kilo G. That was their very first artist. We came right after him. But like I said, we never heard of the company before they reached out to us.
Did you ever hear of Baby or Slim just like
No.
in the streets, anything like that?
Come to find out, once Baby and Slim came to me, my sister had went to school with him, and she knew him like real good.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, "What y'all doing here?" And Baby and Slim was telling my mama, telling her that they got a record label, they interested in signing us. And my sister was shocked. She was like, "What?" She knew them from having, they were popular in school, known for having big bread. They family had money, and you know what I'm saying? She knew their reputation, and they was real cool. You know what I'm saying? One of her girls used to date baby brother Eldridge. So they used to go by their house and all kind of shit, and it was cool. They were fucking jam.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, we discovered that they knew them, but I never heard of Baby and Slim from Uptown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before that, I never heard of them dudes.
So what was the demo that y'all put together, and how did it get into the hands of Baby and Slim?
Well, we had a song called Another Bitch, and what happened was me and Tech decided once we gonna go back and start back rapping and shit again. But how we gonna do it? We gonna start right where we see Jimmy them doing their thing at, and going in Newton's and grabbing a mic. So that's what we did. We went in a club called Newton's. Matter of fact, I'm bringing a show. I got a concert. I'm gonna plug this in. I got a concert. I'm giving a big extravaganza, February the 20th. Matter of fact, in New Orleans, at the spot I'm talking about right now. It's called Newton's. And once we went in Newton's, we grabbed the mic and we made a little rap before we even went in there called Another Bitch. Bounce had just started. So we put a little twist in our bounce. Everybody doing a regular little call and chant and shit, whoop-de-whoop. We decided to add females in it and, just grade them. And, they always want us to put them on the map and tell stories about, how they had sex with us and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we made a song called Talk Some More Shit About Another Bitch. Okay? That, once we made the tape, we started selling the tape for $5 a pop. Some kind of way, a tape got in Baby hand. And Baby and Slim told a guy named Kevin, whose friend name was T-Bone, who actually produced Another Bitch track, that he wanted to holler at us. So that's how we actually met Cash Money.
And you said they came to your living room.
Yeah, I mean, the first meeting, we went to the office to meet him.
Okay.
And it was crazy, bro, because they didn't know us, we didn't know them. We in this building on Gravia. And it's like, we dressed, we ballad up, polo, jabot, leather jackets, 8-ball jackets. They dressed the same way. So me and Tech, Baby and Slim, we in a elevator looking at each other like up and down like, damn, I wonder what they doing in this building. They looking like drugs, we looking at each other the same way pretty much. But all the while, they get off on the same floor we did. They went the opposite way because we didn't know exactly where that office was at. So we discovered the office was in the room that they went in with keys. So we knocked on the door and we told them who we was. And that was how we met.
Man, how did that first conversation go when y'all sat down?
It was like, I'll never forget. Slim answered the door. And said, "Oh, what's up, dog? Y'all looking for?" And I was like, "We UNLV. We looking for Baby and Slim." All right, and Slim said, "Oh, well, come on, man. We Cash Money, man. Y'all welcome in. You welcome yourself in." So we went in and they were looking at us like, yeah, Baby still had a little handshake thing, doing that early.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, yeah, like, looking at us like, yeah. I guess matching our sound with our looks or something, I don't know.
Right. So
So
he had the hand rub back then.
Yeah, he had the hand rub back then, bro.
So what was the contract like? That first contract.
We had a nice contract. It was above standard. I remember him telling us that. Matter of fact, that's how they got to come meet moms. Once they gave us the contract, I had my mom. My mom used to work for a housing authority, but she knew a lot of high people, and she knew entertainment lawyers. She had an entertainment lawyer look over our contract, and the contract was above standard. It was a pretty good structured contract for a first time artist. So we was cool with that. They came to the house and met moms, and my mama was telling us the same time she told them the contracts are decent.
Okay. Do you remember like the details of the contract? Not necessarily the money.
We didn't sign it for any money. I remember we didn't get any money for signing. It wasn't a signing bonus. I think it was like a 2 album deal or something like that.
Okay. So
with an option or something simple. Right. But I know the percentage was during that time. Artists was getting like 7%, and they started us off with 10.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because when they came at us after they that's the first question they asked us, what song do we have besides Another Bitch? And we was like, man, we got a shitload of songs. You know what I'm saying? So they knew we was already prepared.
So after that, after you signed the contract, did y'all feel like y'all made it? Like, did y'all feel like, oh, we about to take it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I ain't lying, dog. We ain't changed enough. We kept our same little, you know what I'm saying? We was who we was. We already was little popular little dudes, you know what I mean, on the streets and shit. But we felt like we really accomplished one of our goals in life, and that was since little kids to like be on a contract and put out a real album, being sold in stores, and you know what I mean, and be solidified. You know what I'm saying?
So how far after did your first album get released after signing the contract?
Well, they released the single maybe 2 months after on contract. But the album didn't get released till like maybe, I say about 8 months later.
Okay.
We was recording.
93?
That was in '93. Six and Barone came out in July '93.
And you can consider that a classic, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. We don't, but our fans do. You know what I'm saying? They consider a lot of our music classics.
That's definitely a classic. I mean, my personal favorite is that Tec-9 groove.
Yeah, Tec-9. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's my.
Yeah.
I mean, it had Six and Marone, this actual song. Which is
Eddie Bowles on it.
My
Nine. Yeah. So, get into it.
But the Six and Marone song.
Right.
I in the lyrics, I want to say it was Tech. It was Yella Boy. Mm-hmm. He shot out Laurel from the mouth. Laurel.
Yeah.
So did y'all have a
That was our dude. That was one of Yella main homeboys. They was in juvenile jail together. They done juvenile time. So they like connected like brothers. When Yella introduced us to Laurel, Laurel was a little younger than us. Yella was actually a year younger than me and Tec. Laurel came, we click-clack with them like they was. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Yella introduced us to Laurel.
Well, was he rapping at the time?
They used to do little jailhouse raps and shit. Laurel, from my knowledge, he never was taking it serious until, he saw, us and people that he knew really do something with music before he took it serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that song, the Six and Marone song, it actually got...
Shouts out to Laurel and the little boy right now. He got 2 little boys doing their thing too, you heard me?
I see on the phone.
Shouts out, yeah.
And that Six and Marone, that song, it actually got sampled by another New Orleans artist just as recent as probably...
A few of them, bro, a few of them. I just got a call, actually not a call, a DM on my IG from, I can't think of his little cat name, but he remade Six and Barone, and he was like, well, he using the track. You know what I'm saying? He using the track, and he was like, man, I wish you could bless me with this woo-de-woo. So we chatted or whatever woo-de-woo, but I'm liking what the youngsters doing with our music, man.
Nah, for sure.
Him and a few more cats that got Six and Barone. They're not just doing Dragon from the River now.
Right.
They doing Six and Barone, Go DJ. I'm hearing a few of them.
Yeah.
So shouts out to all of the homies that's holding it down, man.
30 years later, it's still getting sampled.
Yeah.
One of the recent ones I heard was from Nino Calvin.
Oh, right. He done Six and Barone.
He did it justice too.
Oh yeah.
His thing on that. How does it feel before we get back to the album? How does it feel to like still get sampled to this day?
It feel good, man. I can. Sometimes I sit back and I was like, I wonder if James Brown was still living, knowing all the people that just sampled this man music, how would he feel? I can only be like, man, you gotta feel love. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know people listen to your music. You gotta know people even like your music and even fuck with your music like that. You know, so it's all love to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you do it the right way or the wrong way, you know, we gonna get straight regardless. You know, we own the masters to that shit, so we good.
Right. Another song on the album that got sampled wasn't really the song, but it was, I guess you could say, the rhythm. So I want to say another bitch. Lil Wayne on that French Montana pop that he said, "Tread, start talking."
Oh yeah. Yeah, he said. Well, Wayne, if you notice, Wayne, you can tell Wayne is originally a Cash Money artist.
Right.
You can tell if you listen to me and Tech this day, you can tell we are originally Cash Money artists because when you a Cash Money artist, Slim teach you about caps. You know what I'm saying? A cap is using a line somebody else said was dope or a line you said was dope. Either making it a hook, a bridge, or whatever. It may be just the beginning of your rap again. So we know about caps with Cash Money. And Lil Wayne used a lot of our caps, a lot of Yella, especially a lot of Yella caps.
Yeah.
You know, respect, salute to him.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he does that all the time, man.
Yeah, he does. That album was. Did Cash Money have like a particular studio at the time?
Which one? Six and Barrow?
Six and Barrow.
Nah, we actually recorded that in Mannie Fresh Kitchen. Yeah, we had met Mannie like maybe 2 weeks before we went by his house, and we let him hear a couple of our choruses. When we went there that day to record, he had at least 5 of them ready, 5 tracks ready. We didn't have to say nothing about the track, like, nah, add this, take this out. Everything was perfect.
So he been a genius.
Man,
was he under Cash Money at the time?
He had we was his first project with Cash Money. He had just signed as well.
Y'all was doing that at his house in his kids.
Yeah, I think we worked with Heavy on Gangsta Walk. He recorded Gangsta Walk, and after that he went in the studio with us. I think Lil Slim was after us.
And he had he already had a name like in the city.
Yeah, everybody knew Mannie. Yeah, this was after the Gregory D days. You know, him and Gregory D had a major deal. They had a major deal with Buck Jump Time, and you know, people. Not only that, Fresh was behind Mac. Mac just got released. Mac had a song called "I Need Wheels" out, and I think it was a whole album actually. But Mannie produced that. Mannie was young himself, so his name been stamped,
Right.
Certified.
Another song on the album, UNLV style. Did y'all feel like people was?
It was. What that was a slick side diss song to everybody we thought was jocking our style, was biting from us. We didn't want to name names in particular because there was so many of them. You know, so we just summed it up in this slick side diss a lot of them boys. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say that was the UNLV style at the time that people was kind of jocking because
was
a lot of
bounce. Everybody that was doing bounce, it was a regular call and chant shit. You know what I'm saying? We started rapping over beats, and they had a few people that actually tried it. You know what I'm saying? So we stopped that shit right there. You know, with UNLV style. That's why a lot of people's style switched back over to the regular bounce style. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. And that was sold. That album was sold independently at the time. You know, Cash Money independent.
Yeah. We had a distributor, Gonzalez.
Okay.
Was distributing it. Yeah.
And it did pretty good numbers.
Yeah, I think out the gate we sold like 15,000, but it finished right around 80,000. You know, and which was real
local.
Good. You know, local.
Right. Yeah.
Which was real good. You know, they was man.
So what was on that? And Eddie Bauer was on there.
Yeah, Eddie Bauer was on there.
Was it a dance to that song?
Yeah, Bowers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Eddie Bauer is, a dance.
You gonna I
Yeah.
hear it in the lyrics. You gonna give us a exclusive?
Well,
how to do
you
that
gotta
bow?
like bow. You swing. You move to the left,
Yeah.
move to the right. Swing your hand like that. Just swing your hand basically. You can just stand up and just swing your hand like that. Move your hand like that. That's bow.
Right.
You're doing the bow.
So then after that, what was like the reputation in the streets? Were y'all like the top dogs at the time?
Yeah, definitely. Our whole ride at Cash Money, we was the top dogs in the city. You know what I'm saying? The whole from 92 to 90, 98, man. Nothing wasn't really. Peter came up in 97, whatever, but it took them a while for New Orleans to really catch on to what they was doing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they wasn't even looked at as on Cash Money level. Big Boy was more on Cash Money level than No Limit was at that time.
So did y'all feel any pressure with the success of the first album? Did y'all feel any pressure about the second album?
Nah, we felt like we had our foot in the door, and we felt like we could like extend our content now. You know what I'm saying? Broaden it and show them we're a little more lyrical, piece by piece. You know what I'm saying? And still keep that bounce flavor with us. You feel me? So we really discovered ourselves and knew who we was that second album.
And that second album, that came out in
95, 94.
94.
It was straight out the gutter.
Straight out the gutter. What was the hit song on that album?
Well, we had Straight Out the Gutter. We had Hike. That was another dance song. We had Pop 'Em Up. That was the 3 singles off that song.
Okay. Did y'all see the same success as the first album?
We didn't see it. We saw like a little bit more, but we didn't see what we expected. We was kind of disappointed actually.
Right.
But we did do more sales than Six and Barone. But Magmel Callio, the next album, was off the chain.
So y'all got it back. But on
Yeah.
the second album, did how was like Baby and Slim as far as letting the artists kind of do what they want, or did they kind of direct y'all on?
They never like actually told us what to rap about or gave us subjects to rap about. We were street cats already, though, so but they did have input on our records. Like Slim basically had a lot of inputs on choruses and hooks. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he'll tell us, nah, don't do that this way, do that this way. You know what I'm saying? And he always was right. You know what I'm saying? Baby, on the other hand, Baby just was fucking with anything we ever came in there with. He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He didn't really never have to put a lot of input on us. You know? He was busy, building concepts for like Lil Wayne, giving Lil Wayne a lot of concepts to rap about, you know what I'm saying?
So Lil Wayne was around at the time.
Yeah, Lil Wayne was around, but he wasn't in the studio physically.
Right. Who was around at this time as far as on the label? Did had Juvie came around yet?
Juvie came like at the beginning of Uptown for Life. He wasn't there for Magmel Callio.
Okay. So Magmel Callio had a song on there, Nigga I'm About It.
Yeah.
That was a diss song.
Yeah, we were dissing Partners in Crime, PSC. We also dissed Jubilee and a little bit of Mystical.
Right. Oh yeah.
In that song, yeah.
Because Mystical had that Never Gonna Bounce.
Yeah.
Never Gonna Bounce.
Mystical actually started that shit. He wanted to start that wall waxes. That was all planned on his behalf.
Oh, okay. So.
But the beef with PNC, that was some real shit.
Right. So the Mystical thing, Did it come from like the blind side or did y'all?
Nah, he told me about it. He asked me about it before he done it.
Okay.
We went to Con together. We went to high school together. And he graduated like 2 years before we did. And he came on the block once he got out of service. And was talking about doing some battling on wax. You're like, man, I'm rapping now. This is what I want to do. Woo. I was like, all right, I'm going to taking Yella. You say you want battle on wax and however it goes, I go. That's what I told him. And he dissed us twice before we dissed him back.
Right. And early on, I guess when he made his disses, how do you think that back and forth went? Do you think y'all had the upper hand? Or
I mean, he dissed us twice before we even dissed him once.
his disses was
But
hard though.
yeah, his disses was real hard. But the first one, it wasn't about shit. We didn't even answer back. Now that second one was real hard.
Yeah.
So we were like, fuck that. We dissed them twice on one album. You know, we gonna boom, get chopped, and drag him from the river. That's on one album, Uptown for Life. So we had to get it. We felt that Yella, God with hard. Yeah, we felt that.
Right.
So we're like, Yella, we need you to attack him by yourself, cause he dissing you right there, and he's saying he never gonna bow. So that's making us think the beef is really with you. So we gonna let you attack his ass on drag him, and all us gonna get him on boom, get chopped.
Right, because Eddie Bow was like Yella Boy's
Solo
song.
Yeah.
So so it made it seem like he was coming at him.
Right.
Bow.
Right.
And that's when y'all did the Drag
Boom,
Runner
shot.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Meg Mouth Calio, you know, they got about it song, right?
Right.
And then you have Master P.
Yeah, I'm about it.
I started this Bout It on the beginning of Bout It.
That's what he said on it?
Yeah, you ain't
I never heard that part, bro.
I started this Bout It.
I never heard that, brother. The first time I ever, damn, I gotta listen to that shit, man. But check, I know for a fact, our shit was out before him, and he used footage in his video from the concert that we had with him. We doing our body, they fighting in the crowd, throwing chairs and shit. He took that footage and put it on his body video. The same place, the Riverboat Hallelujah. It's the same footage. I'm like, damn, that was a genius move.
Right. So
but I never heard that. I never heard that dude. I started just. Now, if he didn't steal that, why would he say something like that?
Right.
If he never heard about it, come on, man.
So can you?
Good move, P.
So can you say like, because you know I made that post, like,
Yeah.
you know, who started about it, just to see what the people would say. A lot of people say it was a term, like y'all put it on wax first.
Right.
But it was a term that was used throughout the
Yeah,
city.
like a little slang, you know, people just say, I'm about it, you know what I'm saying? We just say, I'm about it. You know, now, we said it a different way, and he said it a different way, but we said it first on wax. We didn't actually start that slang in New Orleans. That was a New Orleans slang, I'm about it.
Right.
But we thought enough to put it on wax, you know what I mean?
Right. So, and you and y'all and Mystical, and that whole little beef, y'all was able to keep that on wax.
Yeah, that never turned personal.
Right.
Never.
But y'all had like some run-ins, or Yellow had
well,
some run-ins.
Yella bumped into Mystical or whatever. I didn't even know about it.
Mm-hmm.
But Tech was telling me, I had talked to Tech one day, and I was telling him that Vlad mentioned that to me, and I was like, I didn't know nothing about that. And Tech was like, yeah, man. One day Yella saw him in the hood or whatever, and he pulled up on him, upped on him, playing with him. And Mystical, just to see what he was gonna do it, Mystical was like, went to sweating and holding his hands up. He was like, man, I'm just playing with you, man. And pulled off. I ain't know nothing about it, bro.
Right. So what type of dude was Yellow Boy? Was he
Hey,
was out
oh, man, that motherfucker was one of the funniest dudes you could ever meet, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his charisma, had nothing but charisma with him, you know. But he was 100, dog. You know, he was the fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? He was the people person. You know, the type of dude you could just look at and laugh and, you know, fun to be around. You know what I'm saying? That was him, bro. His spirit was always the same. A clown, gonna have you laughing at everything. You know? As far as his personality, I know for a fact that he had a relationship with Jesus, man. Yella played drums in church all his life. And up until the Sunday before he was murdered or whatever, he had done went to church almost every Sunday we was in town. To play them drums in church and get to the church and go do his thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So a lot of people ain't know that part, you know what I'm saying? But that was him, bro.
Right.
He ain't gonna miss a Sunday in church.
Now, I remember watching the Turk interview, and he said he was young. He was like kind of like I guess scared, you can say, because he, Yellow Boy was
Yeah.
out. But this came later on. But
Right.
I guess my question is, did he have that fear factor to him as well?
Nah, man, he wasn't with that. I saw that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I even asked Turk about that. Turk told me the same thing. I was like, nah, man. We actually used to cheer the Hot Boys on. The Hot Boys had nothing to do with us when in Cash Money relationship at that time. You know what I mean? We was cheering the Hot Boys on. All the artists from Cash Money we was like family with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though we didn't know Turk because Turk came when we were leaving out the door. You know what I'm saying? But I knew Yella wouldn't never done that to do nothing behind no shit like that, man.
Right. So then, Uptown for Life, we spoke on Dragging to the River, Dragging in the River. What kind of impact did that have on the streets when that would be played?
Man, we still had, shit, bro, that song still has a major impact in hip hop, bro, believe it or not.
Oh, I believe it.
All these years later, bro, we still get calls. Man, we want, y'all can run Dragon from the river, it's like, we can't do a show without performing that song. That song's so relevant to this day,
Right, and that beat, crazy.
Yeah, man, yup.
Everything about it. He was right at Mystical.
Oh yeah.
But
the crazy part, we all wrote it.
Oh yeah.
We all wrote it, but had Yella just spit it at him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And at the time, y'all was beefing with Big Boy.
Yeah. Well, it was actually partners in crime in UNLV beef.
Okay.
A lot of people say that it was a Cash Money Big Boy beef, but it really wasn't. Because we had artists that never opened their mouth about Big Boy artists. Vice versa. You know what I mean? But partners in crime in UNLV we didn't see eye to eye. We just got. You know what I'm saying?
How did that start? How did that come about?
We have several different stories on it. Nowadays, we best of partners, you know what I mean? But back then, I always felt like it was behind a female and also behind us telling Cash Money that they wasn't good enough to sign. Because Cash Money had us audition them.
Oh, yeah.
So we were like, nah, dog, we thought they were trying to be us and you know what I'm saying, all kind of shit. So they figured we was hating and all kind of shit. So that's where the beef started from, what I know.
Right.
Well, they got a lot of different stories. They got this side, we got our side.
Right.
Tech got a whole nother side from me. So it was all crazy, dog. But we fuck with them now, dog. That's the main thing. Right.
So Uptown for Life, that came out in '96.
Yeah.
So was Juvenile around at this time?
Juvenile had came around once we had finished recording the album.
The BG was been around though. What was your relationship with BG?
Man, that was like our little brother, man. Roll with us with everything. You know what I'm saying? He done got in trouble with us and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with us, man. He was 100 with us, man.
He was carrying
Free
that
BG and Tech.
Yeah, Free BG and Tech. He was carrying that Cash Money flag for some years on his.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Man. He was putting out a lot of albums.
Yeah.
He was doing,
And I wasn't surprised, dog, because that dude work ethic was crazy, man. He come in the gate. I'm talking about I'll put it to you like this, dog, cut no corner with you. If dude was in a stolen Camry, he gonna have that fucking pad with him in that stolen Camry. Run from the police, he gonna grab that pad before he run. Grab that bitch and then run. You know what I'm saying? That nigga been work ethic, been crazy.
Right.
Been knowing exactly what he wanted to do, who he wanted to be. You know what I'm saying?
And he was around since like the beginning too.
Yeah, 94.
Yeah.
He came in our second album with Cash Money. Dude was in the dope, working on some material.
Right. So now at the end of '96 or after the album dropped, you had like Juvie come around, BG there, Mannie.
Yep. Lil Wayne was there, but like I said, he was, he used to call from home all the time while we'd be on the road and, talk to us and ask us to listen to his rhymes and shit like that, but he definitely was a part of the team since like 95, I can remember.
Okay, then what was your first impression of Juvie, even though you know him from...
Oh, man, that dude always was great, dog, always. You know what I'm saying? And actually, he spoke on this a few times. I spoke on it a few times, but the love and respect I got for Juvie, I'm the one got him signed to Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? Baby, they didn't have their mind on signing Juvenile like that. You know, I ran into Juvie at the bus stop, and I'm been knowing how cold he is with the rap. Just like, you know, I'm like, man, what you doing? He said, man, I'm working now. I was like, yeah. I said, man, come take a ride with me. I'm on my way to the studio on Canal's Place to jump on my all on You Volume 2 on BG shit. So he came there with me, and I told him to rap for Baby them. That was it.
Oh yeah.
That was it. I don't know what they discussed or whatever. You know, that was on them. But as far as the plug, man, I plugged that, man.
Right. So you picked him up from
the bus stop.
He been like he been had a name. I remember you saying like he was ringing off in the early '90s.
Yeah.
And you knew he would be like a good fit.
Right.
Okay. And then at the time,
I would just call myself contributing to the company.
Yeah.
And I knew Juve would make a perfect fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was he? What was his style at the time? What was his style of rap at the time? Was he?
He was Juvie. Juvie always been Juvie, and his style always been the same. He always had I think he called it a on the porch or off the porch style or something, but I always called it like a shoo style. Meaning, you know, what we call shoo in New Orleans, like somebody shoo and they telling you about what went down and how it went down, you know. Then they gonna give you everything in detail. You know what I'm saying? So that was all. We gonna paint that picture for you. Let you see everything how it happened. You know, that was Juvie. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the Uptown for Life album was a success.
Oh yeah,
Especially
major.
with that Dragon.
It's certified platinum now, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Platinum. Waiting on plaques on that bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to hurry up. What was that? What was it? RCA or something?
Oh.
Whatever it is.
RCIAA.
Yeah. We need to hang that right up
there. Right, bro. Yeah, along with this one, I just picked this one up from New Orleans recently. They had a Legends concert and they gave me this nice piece of crystal. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Tech couldn't be up to get it with me, so I've been holding on to you by myself for 6 years now, man.
Right. He'll be home soon.
Yeah, be home soon. Continue.
So when you receive jumping ahead a little bit, since you just showed it, when you receive a plaque like that, do you feel like you get the respect that you?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something was funny, bro. I mean, the respect and the love has always been there for UNLV since day one. It's just the acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? We don't always get acknowledged for what we did. You know what I'm saying? And that used to bother us in the beginning, but I mean, I don't sweat it right now. I don't even trip on that shit because I feel like motherfuckers knew who did what. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But the respect and the love has always been there. That's never changed, dog.
That's what's up. I mean, much deserved as well. So at what point did you start to see the tide turn for UNLV and Cash Money as far as a relationship on the label? Well,
right around Uptown for Life, with the making of Uptown for Life album, me and B-Tech and Yella got together and we was like, oh, you know, this is our fourth album with these dudes, man. We done learned a lot. You know, if we ever want our own, this is probably the best time to do it now. This is our exit album. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a good idea to sign again if they're not going to give us our own, you know what I'm saying, our own record label. It's not a good thing to sign again as artists. You know,
so that's how we felt. Like a Young Money, technically.
We wanted our own.
Right.
We wanted our own. It wasn't like we didn't want to be affiliated with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was just, in order for us to do this, we need this amount of money and we need our company. And they wasn't agreeing on that. We wasn't seeing eye to eye on that. You know, so doing that album, when we was doing the making of that album, that's when things went to, we went to seeing that they really don't want us with ours, you know what I'm saying? So we were like, fuck it, though. We gone once we get off contract.
What was some of the changes that you seen while making the album? Was it support not there as?
Nah, they still supported. Everything was like real regular. You know what I mean? It wasn't no, oh, all right, these niggas want to do this, we gonna stop supporting, we gonna stop, nah. Production still went on and everything went rolling, you know what I mean? And it was time, what they did do was, instead of exercising the option they let us go, but they still released a greatest hits on us to replace that option.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They done that. We thought that was like some real slick shit. You know what I'm saying? But we wasn't tripping on it.
What year did the greatest hit?
Greatest hit came out in 98, 99.
99. So
99. Right when they got the deal.
Oh, the
with
That's crazy. So alright, so boom, so the album, gets released. Y'all not coming to agreement. It's not no friction. They just, y'all simply just part ways.
Right.
Okay.
We were still doing shows that we had been booked for and stuff like that. We were still doing concerts but I mean, it was known that we wanted our own and they wasn't letting us have that, so we was getting ready to head out the door, man.
Right. So now when y'all out the door, y'all start to see that some money's missing.
Yeah.
Take me through that, like as far as that whole situation.
Well, when we got off contract, we discovered that the royalties wasn't coming in like they were still supposed to be coming. And we were like,
so break it down as far as like royalties. Like
royalties, like for a CD sales.
Right. Every
3 months we'll get a royalty check.
Right.
For our CDs that had been sold within those 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So after so long, like maybe I say about 6 months after, we wasn't getting any royalty checks anymore, you know what I'm saying?
And, it just cut off.
Yeah, we were like, what the fuck going on? And as on top of that, we went to thinking, damn, we never really saw statements. We was young in the game. Mind you, I don't want to use that as no excuse or whatever because we should have been on our shit, but we wasn't. We was young, but so we never saw a statement saying we sold X amount of CDs, which equals out X amount of money. You know what I'm saying? But every time we got a check, it was nice. Money was nice. You know what I'm saying? And we, on top of that, every time we asked for something, we got anything we wanted. From 92 to 96. Anything we wanted, we asked for it, we got it. So we don't have no reason to complain about being uncomfortable, no money or none of that. We ain't had that problem. But like I say, once this royalty stopped coming, then we went to court, we found out that, we was owed some money from them. And we also found out they didn't know the business to know that they owed us money. They had like publishing loopholes and all that kind of shit that they didn't know nothing about.
Because they was new to the game too.
Right.
A lot of people, baby got that stigma on him, that he get over on people for the money.
Yeah.
But at this time, he
right.
He's new to the game. He's new to being
right.
a CEO and all that and handling the business side. So it probably wasn't on purpose that,
right.
everything that y'all went through with him. That's
what we learned that there, dog. I mean, we never really was crying about these niggas beating us. We need to get out of these contracts. Never none of that. Like I say, we got everything we wanted. Plus we were getting royalties and everything. So when we did find out, we was like, we wasn't fucked up about it because we were like, damn, they ain't know they self.
Right.
So.
Do you remember your first ever rap check?
My first ever rap check, yeah.
Can
I got.
How much it was?
Oh yeah, I think my first check was like $4,800, dog. Yeah, we all of us got that shit. Me checking Yella, dog. I don't remember what I bought on. I already had a car, but I forgot what I spent it on, man.
But that's when you grab the trail.
Yeah, you fucking right.
So then you're getting these royalty checks, you're getting whatever you asked for, and the money kind of coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, and that motivates you to go hard.
Right, right. I mean, that's every album we got in better studios. I mean, remember we was in Mannie Fresh Kitchen, so I knew, like I said, we was first, and the other artists didn't go through the conditions we had to go through to get them there. But as well, we was in better places too. We were seeing ourselves progress for the company as well as ourselves.
Right. So y'all can say that y'all pretty much helped build, literally.
Yeah. We We were some of the seeds, dog.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So when the royalty situation come about, y'all discovered that they owe money. How did that conversation go? Did y'all have the lawyers talk it out? Did y'all?
Yeah, the lawyers talked it out. Actually, it was during the hurricane season once the deposition and all that shit started. Far as the deposition of the case, because they ended up selling out. When we won the Masters, X amount of money. You know what I mean? But like I said, they was fucked up about everything they didn't know about. Like, damn, all these years we missed this.
Right. And you and Tech, I think you can say that y'all took it a little better than Yellow Boy, because he had like words with
yeah, what happened? You getting at that shooting and him and well, actually from day one, Baby and Yella didn't see eye to eye from day one.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't nothing out of ordinary or nothing unnormal when people were saying they thought Baby had something to do with Yella or whatever, because people really was on the outside looking in, dog. You know what I'm saying? But as far as that accident you're speaking on, Yella was supposed to be with me and Tech to go pick up our royalty checks from him. He wasn't nowhere to be found. We didn't know where he was at, me or Tech. So we went got our shit. Baby didn't want to give us his check. He said, nah, tell him come get it, bro. I'm not giving you all this shit. All right, we ain't thinking. We like, all right, cool, fuck it. Gotta go get his shit. He's supposed to be here. He missing it. You know what I'm saying? So he called us later that day and told us, oh, man, Yella just shot up my house and shit, man. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, yeah, he shot up my house. In my car. That's what he told me. He shot up my house in my car, dog. Like, damn. So when we talked to Yella like, man, I was fucked up in the head, woo. I done this. But I talked to B. He said, I'm gonna holler at him later, get my check, dog. I talked to him, that was that. So he went, boom, boom, got his check, and that was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe 2-3 days later, I'm ducked off by my aunt. My little boy just fresh born. I'll never forget that morning, dog. Like 2:30 in the morning, me and my little boy, we by my aunt's house, laying down on Oringins Street. We was chilling at the crib, and I got that call. Yella was in front of Tammy's, slumped over in the car. I was like, damn. And Tammy's is like a known spot where, got a lot of drugs infested area, basically, a heroin shop and all that kind of shit around there.
So that was, you said that was like days later?
Yeah, that was a few days later.
Damn.
Yup.
And you got that call. How did that change, like you and UNLV as a group?
We was fucked up, but to be totally honest with you, dog, we never said we was gonna start rapping. We never broke up. We paused for a minute because, we had to wait till our contract was over with Cash Money before we start over. You know what I'm saying? And during that time, Tech got incarcerated. So, once I was totally off paper with him, I started my own record label, Hard Time Record. We used to always talk about amongst each other that we'll never stop and we'll never let the name UNLV die, no matter what. Me, Yella, and Tech always thought like that, always said that. We always said we'll never add another member if something happened to one of us, and we had those kind of talks, bro.
And how did Tech take the news?
He was fucked up about it too. And it was crazy because Tech was his name even came up in Yella murder.
Oh yeah.
So he had to prove to them that he was in a rehab when that happened. They were trying to say he had something to do with that shit. And we were like, what is crazy shit, dog? All kind of shit was was being said, and rumors was going around when Yella got killed, dog.
So how did you deal with the rumors?
Man, I was like, I really was like, I'm fucked up about it, but I know Yella had a lot of niggas hating him, dog. Anything could have possibly happened. I know he was still drugging. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to say it, deny that fact. Anything could have happened when he was out there going. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's fucked up, dog.
So around the 90s, 94, 95, like you said, Cash Money, Baby, he had a brother. He has a brother. That's home now, Gangsta.
Yeah.
Did you know Gangsta?
I've been knowing Gangsta since I was like the third, fourth grade, man. I knew Gangsta mama, brothers, and I have a pretty good relationship with Gangsta. But what I didn't know that Baby and Gangsta was brothers. I was under the impression for the longest that when we start, when Gangsta them start coming out the project, Josephine them started meeting us and all us getting ready to go do concerts and we bringing them around Cash Money, I used to be confused because Baby used to be like, man, I don't want all the dudes running around, they don't want them around us, So the minute we start doing our own company thing, they're running with Cash Money now. So I was always puzzled on that end, bro.
Oh, so
you know what I'm saying? Because they had the Muslims there. They had the Muslims for security. You know what I'm saying? Before our dudes. I mean, when we was there. So we call ourselves, bring some, people on the bus and bring them around that we know they steppers. You know what I'm saying? B was like, man, hold up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So who are some people that you can remember that people can,
like I say, the Magnolia, specifically Gangsta out the Magnolia. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Gangsta had that original Hot Boys, Stone and all them, Mosquito, all them, they'll come around sometime and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like we used to bring the Josephine Street around them. Josephine, a few dudes out the mouth, the Rat Hole. Baby, he didn't want all that around him at that time. You know what I'm saying? We had fucking Muslims. God forgive me, but we had the Muslims, to secure. No disrespect to the Muslim world at all. None at all.
I guess Baby probably said, well, it might be a little cheaper to have these street dudes around.
Man, I don't know what went on, dog. For real, bro.
So, but you can say that UNLV kind of brought the streets around, the street team around Cash Money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
See, Baby from the 13 wall, which is VL. All those dudes that, like the original Hot Boy, they from the third wall, man. They from our hood. They from our, Magnolia. That's the project we represent. But Baby was a big dog in the Magnolia too, though, back in the G. I never knew him like I told you.
Right.
He told me he has some ties in the Magnolia back in the G.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it couldn't have been without dogs,
So because I heard his name was ringing too back,
Yeah, I can't take nothing from him, but
right.
I just didn't know him, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Around that time, did you go through something personally?
Yeah, I went through, I call it a mental phase, dog.
Okay.
I lost my mom in 93. And around 94, the end of 94, it all came down on me. I call it mental phase because I almost lost my mind. Felt like I lost my mind, really. They had a lot of rumors saying people micking me and put something in my drink and all this kind of shit because it finally dawned on me maybe 2 years later that I had lost my mama. I mean, during this time, we got paper, houses, cars for days. Everything is straight. I'm just living, not realizing, damn, I really lost my mama. You know what I'm saying? So when she passed, I took it well, but I didn't grieve at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling myself being strong for my kids, my sisters. So I'm like, I gotta be Mr. Tough Man or whatever. Now the chip dropped out my eye. But when reality hit, I mean, the days wasn't so bright or whatever, reality hit, man, I didn't take it well. So, and I had a song called A Head With No Screws In It, and I actually wrote it, and I put it out on Uptown for Life album. And every word of it true. You know what I mean? So I went through that, and the same thing I went through, I see a lot of people go through, but I also see a lot of people never come back.
Exactly.
So I feel so blessed and thankful for even being here to be able to talk to you in the right frame of mind today after I went through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? I'm also trying to, get more into being an activist for like a mental awareness or mental health
Especially for
people.
black
You know what I'm saying?
Black men.
I want to use my testimony. I want put it out there, cause there ain't nothing I'm ashamed of. You know what I mean? It's something I had to go through to get to whatever it was meant for me. But my lesson out of that was never leave the Lord out your life. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful, be humble, and pray. Stay prayed up.
So when you say like you went through that mental phase, what exactly you said people?
I used to do like off the wall shit, like like cause fights in the hood all the time. Just beat people up and not really bully people, but just start shit. Shit that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? And I be scrapped all the time for no reason. Just fucking with people. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go, I'm getting into some kind of trouble. Fucking with people and just out of anger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I thought I think it was the devil riding me or something, dog.
Right.
You know, fuck demon I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
How long did that last?
That shit lasted from like maybe 94 to, man, I used to go like off. It was called the episodes. So from like 94 to 97, I have episodes. And every time I have an episode, like trip out off some them niggas know I ain't getting my rest. Baby and Slim done put me in the best of mental hospitals. Spending major cake, put me up. Man, you need some rest, go get some rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about really showing me real love, genuine love. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I respect them dudes this day from that, because they ain't have to do that, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, from about 94 to 97.
And like you said, you was able to shake back.
Yeah. And it was real shit. I'm talking about medicine they was trying to put me on. I always refused to take the medicine. I'm like, nah, man, ain't nothing wrong, man. I haven't taking the medicine. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned to pray and just sit back and pray, dog. And
right. And then, you spoke on Baby and Slim, helping you out, which is, that's real. What was that in the prime of y'all career with Cash Money? What was that? What was that feeling like? Was it like a family feel, or was it like a business
always? It never was a business. Never felt like business, dog. Can't lie. Never. And what I mean by that is, we have situations where, say Yella light bill due, and we got a show, but he ain't got enough. Out the cut, he ain't got enough to pay his light bill. All he gotta do is tell Peter that, man. Look, say, man, I need my light bill paid, but it ain't no. You gonna cut him a check. I'll rent you or whatever. Bam, come get this. We want a new car, anything. Come get this. You know what I'm saying? Like that. All the time, bro. So it wasn't never like no business. Right. It wasn't never like, all right, dog, it's recuperable, even though it was. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna leave that fact out, because when we went to court, all that shit was wrote down. And it was recuperable money, you know what I mean? But they never used to say that. They used to just give us that shit, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, bro.
So you found that out in court too?
Yeah, I found that out in court too. Yup. But it never was an issue, dog. Money never was an issue.
So you said Yella and Baby didn't see eye to eye from day one. What was like? Can you speak more?
Because
about
that? when they met us, mind you, it was just me and Tech. We was UNLV. Yella was even though he was one of our dude we hung with, he wasn't an official rapper of UNLV. So when we brought Yella along, they were like, I don't think y'all need to add nobody else to y'all group. You know what I'm saying? They got used to us or whatever. Whoop and like I said, him and Yella just didn't click when they met each other, bro. He didn't click.
And that kind of
Slim was like, y'all want to add somebody to y'all group, that's on y'all, but I advise y'all don't add nobody in y'all group. Baby always was against it, but it was our group.
Right.
And we had to find a decision.
Yeah, and y'all pushed for it.
Yeah.
Push for Yella, you got some classes out there. Y'all brought Juvenile.
Yeah. Even Pimp Daddy.
Pimp Daddy.
Yeah.
You gotta still be real. Okay. So Pimp Daddy, y'all brought him on board too?
Yeah. Pimp was already signed with Full Pack when he wanted to get with us, you know, and the reason why he wanted to get with Cash Money because of UNLV. You know, he'll come out in our hood, go to Newton's with us and chill and shit, and we looked at him like a little cousin, bro. So, you know, he said, man, I want to get with Cash Money. You know, he told Baby, well, I told Baby he wanted to get with Cash Money, and Baby was like, damn, we should fuck with him. I was like, man, that nigga challenged to sign it. He sent me to meet their lawyer with Pimp Daddy at City Hall to take care of some business to get him out of contract.
Oh yeah.
That's how he got signed with Cash Money.
Damn. Okay. And then Pimp Daddy, this is like on the internet. I don't know if you can confirm or not, but you know when he was killed, they say it was like a love triangle type of situation, or some girl and a dude.
Well, I don't know about another dude, but I know it was Pimp, the girl, which was his, I think she was pregnant for him at the time. But it was her nephew. It was either her little nephew or her little cousin that killed Pimp. You know, it wasn't another dude. Another dude wasn't involved in it. It was a relative of hers that was involved in it. Yeah.
And was her name Kim?
Yeah, Kim.
I heard.
Right.
They talk about on the records.
All us did. We all did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I forgot what song it was. I think it was a Baby and BG song.
Pimpin' Ain't Easy. And on that old
Dog Bitch Kim and.
Yeah, we're fucked up about that, man.
Yeah, for sure. And then Kilo G Pass as well.
Yup. We had Magnolia Shorty.
Yeah.
Yella Boy.
So,
a lot of artists, man.
So when y'all get out of Cash, so now the Cash Money thing over, Yella Boy he's passed. You said Tech was in rehab.
Yep. He got killed.
And you was out here by yourself.
Nah, I was in New Orleans. I was in New Orleans at the time, and
I mean, out here as in like just in that you was out here like by yourself, not.
Yeah, I was just cool. Yeah.
So did y'all have any plans on like or any other labels trying to sign y'all?
Not locally. We wasn't giving no local label attention at all. I mean, like I said, we wanted our own. So we had plans to start our own. I started Hard Time Record. You know, that was my imprint, along with my uncle and a few of my little partners that we started. But me and Tech was gonna start our own label. But before we done that, I started Hard Time. And then when Tech came home, we started Blazing South. That's when we put out Trendsetter album, Return to UNLV. But locally, we wasn't thinking about signing to no local album, no local label. It had to be something major with our own imprint. It wasn't just us signing as artists to a major label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because y'all felt like y'all was ready to pretty much like be bosses.
Right.
Y'all putting in the work as far as artists.
Facts.
Y'all was bringing in artists that, by this time, Juvie is through the roof. So, you bringing him in and you see how his career is shaped, especially like, 98, 99.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
I was like, man, to this day, I still feel the same way. Yeah. I feel like, man, I know what I could, me alone, and I don't like to toot my own horn, and I always talk about my group more than anything. But me alone, bro, I done contributed so much to that company to this day. I believe I could build an empire just like that or better. You know what I'm saying? I knew all the pieces we needed, dog. And right now is where I'm at with mine right now. It's slow, but it's sure. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised, bro.
Right.
Don't be surprised. I won't. I'm not going to be surprised because I know it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So now, I know we was talking about like the samples and everything. 2004, the Carter One come out.
Yeah.
Go DJ.
Right. That was shouts out to Weezy. I mean, we didn't agree with it when he first done it, but I mean the checks that we received from it we will agree with it now. You know what I mean?
So
that was a part of our winners in court as well.
Right. So speak on that. So you said y'all won the Masters.
Yeah, and we won Weezy. We couldn't touch or set it off or whatever because You know, that's fresh track.
Yeah.
But Go DJ definitely, you know, they definitely knew that the song come from us.
Right.
You know, by the chorus, basically.
Right.
You know, even though the track was totally different.
And that song,
But I was kind of upset because I always was like, damn, man, we a hell of an artist, dog. You ain't gotta be biting our shit to make no hit, dog. Come on, bro. But I didn't understand it. You know, it was something baby had. It was something baby concocted.
Do you feel like you was a little bitter at the time, maybe?
Nah, I never was bitter.
Okay.
I never was bitter. Like I said, I was trying to figure out, am I tripping or is the greatest rapper of all time biting from us? You know what I'm saying? So, I was good with it, dog. But you know, Wayne our dog anyway, right. Bro, so it was all good.
And he like I said, he sampled a lot. I mean, the Go DJ song, the original, I know he used that beat. He used that beat on, I want to say it's like one of his mixtapes. But he definitely used the chorus to Go DJ on it, you know. He was a big fan of Pimp Daddy.
Yeah.
I heard him mention that before. So like he really been, you know, Cash Money from a young age, and it kind of shows,
right.
You know, the love that he showed through music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as the samples and everything. Yella Beezy.
Yeah, he just shouts out to Yella Beezy too. I mean, and Fredo Bang called his album UNLV. So shouts out to him too. I mean,
you get paid for that too?
Definitely. I mean, that's what I say. Like, some of the cats go about it doing it the right way. Some of them don't. But either way it go, we gonna be straight off it. So it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just hope they have good intentions in doing it, and not no bad and ill will intentions. Or just you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do it out of respect for a nigga, man. Fuck, it's all love. Fuck. We fuck with y'all, man.
So like when Yella Beezy, you know, he made that. He remade that song. Did he reach out to you?
Well, I talked to his manager, and his manager told me that they have intentions on doing a remake with another video for it, but I haven't heard from them since. So I mean, whether they do it or not, it'll be a good look if they do it.
Right.
But if they don't, I mean, my pockets ain't gonna get no lighter.
Right.
It's only gonna get heavier.
Right.
You know, so thank you.
You spoke on like receiving royalty checks.
Mm-hmm.
So the royalties, can you break down masters, how masters work, royalties, and publishing? Can you break that down?
Well, masters is something that you're not entitled to unless you putting, I mean, your all your money behind it. You actually in the studio recording, you leaving whatever you pay for the tracks and you own it. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time the company own the masters. You know, and you have royalties. You have mechanical royalties, and you have publishing royalties. Publishing royalties are basically royalties from writing. You done wrote a song, it get played on the radio, or a movie might want it or whatever. You wrote this, they can license your song. You know what I'm saying, and actually pay you to use it, which you still own the masters. So you can get those kind of that's publishing royalties, and mechanical royalties are royalties from like CD sales every 3 months, and you have 3 quarters in a year. You get paid 4 quarters in a year. Sorry, you get paid 4 quarters out the year.
So the writing royalties did y'all
that's
receive?
Publishing.
Okay.
That's where the problem was at with us.
Okay.
With Cash Money,
Right.
they didn't even have a publishing. I mean, a question about publishing when we got there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, later, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we deal with people every day now, and, you know, with y'all, I'm actually like an artist that I'll be willing to sign. I ask him how much of his publishing he willing to give up, if he willing to give up any. Some give up some don't, you know what I'm saying? But
what's a fair, what would you consider like a fair, and this is for like any...
It depends on the way your deal is structured.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't say none, because I mean I'm real shrewd when it comes down to publishing, because I feel like you didn't write a word on this song. Why should you collect any money off it? But what I mean by if you know everything's set up straight, your percentage of it might be so big to where you don't mind giving up some of your publishing for it to be that way. You know, so it's like a give up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. On YouTube, I see like some songs like that'll come out every so often.
Mm-hmm.
Yella's Revenge.
Yeah.
Or I think it had like a Yella's Revenge Part 2.
Yeah.
That was kind of taking aim at like Cash Money.
Right. That we put out a song called Dragon Part 2.
Dragon Part 2. Okay.
And it was a song we done with BG that we took shots at Cash Money for stealing Go DJ. We dissed them for that, and we also dissed them for other shit like Slick Side throwing shots and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we dissed them for that, and BG jumped on the song and dissed them for the same reasons.
Cause he wasn't saying eye to eye at the time.
Yeah, right. So that was on the album called Gutter for Life. That was I think that was like our 13th album, something like that.
So after Cash Money, I stayed consistent with the music as far as albums. That ain't stopped nothing.
Nothing. We put out at least I want to say like 9 albums since we left Cash Money. Our last studio album we released was the Relaunch, and the Relaunch came out in 2016, but it was our first digital release album, and we actually had a deal with Universal, and they put that album out. You know.
Oh yeah.
It's called the Relaunch. UNLV the Relaunch. Y'all check that out, man.
Okay, so you had a deal with Universal.
Yeah. That we consider old schoolers, so our core fan base was still buying CDs in 2016. It wasn't like it is right now, but you still had a lot of people on that digital era. Right. And our core fan base was late, just like we was late on it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But that's a hot album, man.
No, for sure. Make sure everybody go check that out. Was so like kind of recently, and you can let me know if it's true or not. But I was like on YouTube and I seen like a recent disc that kind of like just came out maybe last year. I don't know if
a disc from who?
From UNLV.
Disc and who?
Cash Money.
Nah. That was
probably somebody re-uploaded something.
Probably had to be.
Okay.
Our last disc with Cash Money was Dragon Part 2. That was a song with BG.
Okay. So
we have a song called Single that we released maybe 2 years ago. I released since Tech was incarcerated, called True Colors. Okay. But it's not a disc.
Right. I'm trying, because I actually tried to look it up and it was gone. Now I ain't on YouTube no more. But I just seen it on YouTube not even 3 months ago. Wow. Yeah, it was like something Part 2, and it was like y'all was rapping over Dragon the River kind of beat. I believe.
It had to be that. That had to be that Dragon Part 2
That's
with BG.
But I ain't hear BG wasn't on this one though.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, all right. So that ain't about nothing. I just thought I asked. I was like, damn, is he still dissing Cash Money in 2020? Fast forward. We in the studio right now. What you got going right now?
Well, I just released, actually a month ago, I released an album, a joint venture album with my artist, Aero. Aero is a guy from Pensacola, dope little white dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with him, I ain't racist or nothing like that, but I gotta let y'all know he's a white dude, you know what I'm saying? And we got a new album out, man, the Hustler. We got our first single was called Hustler. It's tearing up the airwaves, Q93 bumping it, a few different radio stations. They own it all. We got the clubs and the streets loving the song. Video on YouTube. It's called Hustler. And we pushing this right now. That's my latest venture. I also have, I put out an album right before that called Big Boy with me and a cat called Diesel. We put an album called Big Boy out, so that's a nice album. I'm also working on another joint venture album with a guy named Tec-9 out there in Carolina. Y'all might know him, be familiar with him. He's big on billboards and shit. He's doing this thing. So we like about 3 songs and we'll be finished this album. So we've been staying busy, and as far as Tech will be home hopefully in September when he come up for parole. If he does, we have books prepared for y'all.
Right.
A double book. He has a book, I have a book, and we also have our movie that we put on hold because I want him to be out once we start this.
How long you been down now?
Almost 6 years now.
6 years. Can you speak on what happened as far as?
He got caught up some on robbery shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? So he got a 10-year sentence. Could have ended up worse than that, but it didn't. Thank God. He's down. Been down 6 years now. Actually, he was out on bond the first year. So he's been incarcerated 5 years. Come back up for parole in September. Hopefully he'll be home this year, man.
Right, okay, so I mean you still active as far as music and
my label Be Real Records, still doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I got artists, they networking. I got them like really scattered out doing networking in different sections. You know what I'm saying? I'm still feeding my core fans what they need. I got merch, you know, we have a few albums that's on a digital network that we with Cash Money that we release, but not all of them is out yet. So we're gonna get to that and, you know, constantly work, you know.
Okay, and you say you still in concerts, having shows?
Yeah, I have shows all the time. My next show actually is the day before Mardi Gras.
Okay.
The day before Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Club Newton's, y'all come fuck with it.
You gonna perform my 9?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my 9. You come, we'll perform my 9 straight up.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sign up. Let them know where you can, where they can find you.
Well, yeah. I'm on Instagram, Lil Ya UNLV3. I'm on Facebook. I'm Yafat on Facebook. YAPHAT UNLV3. So y'all fuck with me, man. I got a lot of content on YouTube, and you know, check it out, man. If I said it, it's real. Believe that. You with me?
Yeah, I was waiting on that.
Yeah.
You with me?
Say that then.
I appreciate you sitting down, man. I really enjoyed this video.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, I told you we had to make this happen.
You said that, dog. So
sure.
You got a word, man.
All right, signing out.
Truth be told, hip hop, you avoid me.